I have some breaking news coming out of Washington, D.C. President Trump's top legal advisors are indicating they want him to revoke the security clearance for Judge Boasberg. I'll tell you why. Elon Musk shares amazing and super sad insight about our country. You'll never believe where President Biden sent $500 million of your money and what it was used for. Thank you so much for liking and sharing these videos. It really helps me out, so thank you so much. Mike Davis, one of Trump's top legal advisors, had this to say in addition to recommending President Trump revoke the security clearance of Judge Boasberg. This guy is the one that assigned himself 4 of Trump's biggest cases. He exposed a military operation and has a wife and child getting money from USAID groups that he was trying to protect. Here's what was said. Here is the fatal flaw with the DC Obama judge, Jeb Boasberg. Even if these designated foreign terrorists are entitled to individual court review before their deportation, which is disputed, the DC court is not the proper court. Judge Boasberg did not and does not have the power to do what he is purporting to do. For this reason alone, everything he is doing is lawless, but it is much worse. It is also dangerous. Judge Boasberg ran to his courtroom to hold an emergency Saturday hearing, even though he was not serving as the emergency judge that weekend. So how was he assigned these Trump cases? He publicly exposed an ongoing international U.S. military, intelligence, and law enforcement operation with an American ally dealing with the most vicious terrorists, Tren de Aragua, and an international gang, MS-13, in the Western Hemisphere. This public exposure put America and allied lives in grave danger. Stunningly, Judge Boasberg even ordered the president to turn around planes full of terrorists over the Gulf of America without knowing the fuel level of the airplane, the security footprint back in America, or other crucial operational details. He basically knew nothing about this multi-international removal of gang members. He continues, we saw the enormous security footprint in El Salvador. Why would we have had the same footprint in America? As who could have ever imagined an activist Washington, D.C. judge could or would order the president to return planes full of terrorists? And not completing the mission would have humiliated and publicly damaged El Salvador's president, who had hundreds of military, law enforcement, and other officials awaiting, who took a significant political and personal risk by agreeing to take on these terrorists. Judge Boasberg's Saturday hearing and order crossed the red line, but Judge Boasberg is doubling down by demanding details about the military operation to which he is not entitled. Judge Boasberg says he has security clearance, but he definitely does not need to know this. And allowing a judge to meddle in military operations like this is dangerous and unacceptable. It also undermines the chief of the military, which is President Trump. Foreign leaders are less likely to work with the president if they fear an activist American judge may disclose their secrets. This harms the president's ability to conduct foreign policy and his constitutional duty to keep us safe. The president has a constitutional duty as the chief executive and the commander-in-chief to conduct international affairs, repeal foreign invasion, and protect American lives. The president has a constitutional duty to ignore any clearly unlawful court order that imminently endangers American lives, like Judge Boasberg's order. Judge Boasberg is refusing to back down, so the House must move forward with impeachment proceedings for this lawless and dangerous sabotage of the president's core Article 2 power. Therefore, President Trump, please revoke Judge Boasberg's security clearance. He has demonstrated he cannot be trusted with keeping secrets. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments, please. Did this judge take power to himself that he does not have and endanger the lives of Americans? Did he take power to himself to embarrass and humiliate the president while in the middle of an international military operation? I want to hear from you. Please let me know in the comments. Now, President Donald Trump publicly shared this post, and it got millions of views. He then replied, "People are shocked by what is going on with the court system. I was elected for many reasons, but a principal one was law and order, a big part of which is quickly removing a vast criminal network of individuals who came into our country through crooked Joe Biden's open border policy. These are dangerous and violent people who kill, maim, and many other ways harm the people of our country. The voters want them out and said so in record numbers. If it was up to District Judge Boasberg and other radical left judges, nobody would be removed. The president wouldn't be allowed to do his job, and people's lives would be devastated all throughout our country. Make America great again." Now, let me know, do you support President Trump closing the border? Do you support President Donald J. Trump removing these murderers, rapers, gang members, international terrorists from our country? Please let me know. I definitely want to hear from you. All right, I want to look at a clip together. This is from the Bret Baier interview on Doge. It was very, very insightful. I'll go ahead and pull it up and we'll react to it together.
We're talking about elementary financial controls that are necessary for any company to function. So, like, if the federal government, if a commercial company operated the way the federal government does, then it would be immediately go bankrupt. It would be delisted. The officers would be arrested. And the changes we're putting in place will enable the federal government to pass an audit. It will enable taxpayers to know where the money is going and know that their hard-earned tax dollars are being spent well.
Okay, so Elon Musk says, if any publicly traded company, of which he's the CEO of multiple, he's got vast business experience. You don't become the richest man on planet Earth being stupid in business. He says if anybody operated a business the way the government does, it would be shut down, delisted, and all of the officers would be arrested. I mean, did you know that there's only one thing that Trump voters are mad about? Maybe try to guess in the comments before I tell you. All right, I don't want this video to drag out. Here's what it is. They're waiting for arrests. They're happy about the border. They're happy about the economy. They're happy about deporting these gang members. They're happy about trying to shut down the Israel-Gaza war. They're happy about trying to shut down the Russia-Ukraine war. They're happy about not wasting money on foreign nations that hate us. The one thing that they're not happy about is there hasn't been arrests yet. Now, I believe those are coming, so sit tight, but let me know in the comments, do you agree with me on that? Okay, now another big fan of President Trump and someone that consults on his crypto and economic board, Chamath Palihapitiya, had this to say. He said, after watching the Fox interview with the Doge team, it's clear to me that the domestic terrorism against Tesla isn't bottoms-up vandalism. It's an organized effort to pressure Elon Musk to walk away from Doge. Why? There are moneyed interests that have benefited for decades from the organized leakage from the government. It's clear that Doge is finding and stopping it. The incentive then to hire a rent-a-protester and pay for organized terrorism is clear. What they don't understand is that Elon will double and triple down. Separately, the DOJ can uncover all of this by arresting the protesters, making them roll, and then following the money. Yes, do this. This is exactly what we want. You cannot be harassing people this way. There needs to be arrests. Now, Clandestine, who I quote regularly from X, said this: the same guy who stands to lose the most from Elon's USAID exposure also just happens to be the same guy who funds organized riots and uprisings around the globe for decades. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. Now, of course, he is referring to the allegations against George Soros and his son, Alex Soros. They've allegedly been linked to several groups protesting Tesla, as well as the anti-Israel protests at university campuses. Now, let me share this with you. This is very sad. At a protest in New York City, protesters were calling on Elon Musk to basically be shot. They were calling on more property, to firebomb Teslas and Tesla cars. It's so sad. This is like so gross to me. Really, America? Is this who we've become? I don't think that it is. I think this is a very, very, very small group, but they're very loud and they're very vocal. It's just sad. Really, really sad. Okay, hey, are you a business owner? Do you want to learn about marketing, building an email list, making more money, customer acquisition? Well, my friend Alex Alberon is hosting a 3-day digital webinar starting on April 2nd. Each night for 2 hours, he's going to explain to you how to build your business, get more customers, make more money, have a better social media platform, build an email list. I'm going to leave a link down below. It's only $7. He's going to walk you through everything. And then afterwards, if you're interested, you can learn more about his business. I've been using him for many years to build my YouTube channel, my email list, and to become a better marketer. So I'm grateful for that. I'm going to leave that link down below. Go check it out right now. All right. I want to show something that Elon Musk reposted. This is, again, pretty gross to me, but let me see if I can zoom in here just a little bit. This is from Jason Rantz, who's been on my show a couple of times, but he was able to get his hands on the worksheets, the worksheets, if you will, of these protesters. Here's what they were told to chant. Elon Musk, go to Mars. We don't want your swastikars. Elon Musk is unelected. Democracy must be protected. The people united will never be defeated. Hey, hey, ho, ho. President Musk has got to go. We will not cooperate with your techno-fascist state. Public workers work for us. Can't say that for Elon Musk. Democrats, grow a spine. Now's the time to draw the line. And there's a few more, but all of these protests against Elon Musk, they're all just organized crime. It's just organized crime. That's exactly what it is. It's disgusting and despicable, but I wanted to bring that to your attention. All right, something else I wanted to bring to your attention. If somebody spends $500 million, that's a lot of money, right? It is to me anyway. So check this out. I wanted to show you this. Charlie Kirk and his group, they dug in and they were able to find that during the Biden years, the Department of Labor has now canceled $577 million in America Last grants, one of which was gender equity in the Mexican workplace. So, I'm all for making sure that you've got women on your board, that you've got women that work for you. I believe everything should be merit-based, but you shouldn't discriminate based on gender. But $577 million, that's a lot. And then to have that going to Mexico, right? Like what? Why are we interfering in gender issues in Mexico? Why are we spending massive amounts of taxpayer money in Mexico? It makes no sense to me. It's so crazy. All right, final story. I appreciate you guys being here with me. Utah has become the first state in America to ban fluoride in public drinking water following the signing of HB 81 by Republican Governor Spencer Cox. This decision has sparked debate, with opposition coming from big pharma, dentists, and health organizations citing medical issues, while proponents argue against the addition of fluoride to American water systems. Other states, including Florida, Ohio, and South Carolina, are also considering similar legislation, but only Utah has had the courage to pull the trigger. I guess we'll find out if they're wrong or not, but I do find it interesting that the main group fighting back is big pharma, health networks, and dentists. Even though within the last 6 months, the American government put out a detailed report that drinking fluoride lowers your IQ, especially the IQ of children. But you know what? I've come to be very, very distrustful of the American government, and maybe that's exactly what they want. Dumb American citizens that they can tax to death, steal our money, and send it to other nations that don't understand that there's only boys and girls and men and women. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. All right, that's my update for today. I just wanted to cover these 4 or 5 really big stories. You guys, if you could, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button. If you're a business owner or you have a side hustle or a side gig, or you want to better understand, follow that link down below to Alex Alberon's digital mastermind group. It's really, really great. It's only $7. If you don't buy anything or become a member, you're going to get 6 hours of insane education. That's like $1 an hour, to quote Napoleon Dynamite, that funny movie. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I will see you on the next video.